SeaJay, your favorite scuba diver here with Deep South Divers. Today we're going from our home in Savannah, Georgia over to Hilton Head Island. We're looking at how a bank is eroding and trying to figure out how to stop the erosion. You can see how the sidewalk next to the channel is collapsing, and we're trying to figure out why. Every few months, a nearby dam is opened up for a few hours to release fresh water from upstream. This is what it looks like when they do. The big question is this event the cause of the bank erosion and the collapse of the sidewalk? In between the orange cones is the primary area of concern. It's easy to blame the release, but you can see here that there's not a lot of water movement that would explain a collapse in that one particular area. Could there be another reason for the erosion? Time for us to take a dive and find out. What we're looking for is evidence of erosion and where it's coming from. That could be anything from swirl or eddy marks in the mud to mounds of dirt and debris piled in places where it shouldn't be. It might look like channels or streams in the mud or a complete lack of silt and debris in one area. The first thing that I do is make sure that I'm in the right area, right where the sidewalk is collapsing. This is what it looks like underwater. Since I don't see anything obvious, I'll come up and make sure that I'm in the right place, and I am. I don't really see anything unexpected. There's no big mounds of dirt, and there's no really clean rocks anywhere. There's a very consistent level of silt pretty much everywhere. There doesn't really seem to be any evidence of erosion down here. But I'll go ahead and head towards the center of the lagoon just to see if I see anything strange. I hit the bottom of the rock pile and then the bottom of the lagoon, and the bottom of the lagoon is pretty silty. I'll stick my hand in to check the silt depth. It seems to be about a foot thick. I'm going to check my location and just make sure that I'm in the right spot, and then head towards the center of the lagoon again. Checking my depth. Yep, about 1.5 feet thick. And here I am about in the center of the lagoon. You can see that the silt is only about 1.5 inches thick. That's because when they release the water, the silt gets washed out.
So, I've got sand with about 1 inch of pluff mud on top. That over there, the pluff mud is 1.5 feet thick. That tells me that this gets washed out. That doesn't. In other words, something else is causing that erosion. Other than that, probably have a little bit, but it's not even enough to wash out the area. Like this area right here is hard pan. It's washed out. There's no silt. There's no pluff mud. So you've got riprap and ends, and then it's pluff mud. Does that make sense? Hey Jason, you can't see it from where you are, but from here, I think I'm seeing, you know, the wall on the other side of that rail? The wall does that too.
This may be the most important discovery of this dive. I've zoomed into what you were just looking at and then drawn over the picture for emphasis. The green line is a horizontal reference so that you can see just how out of whack that sidewalk and the surrounding structures really are. The red circle is the primary point of collapse, and you can see on the opposite side of the sidewalk where the wall is collapsing, just like the railing is on the near side of the sidewalk. This hints that the erosion is on both sides of the sidewalk and is coming from somewhere else besides the lagoon itself. It's our opinion that the erosion in question is coming from the hillside and not from the lagoon. I promised Jason that I would make a complete swim from the dam itself all the way past the collapsing area so that he could see if there was any difference in the way that the bottom looked between the collapsing area and the rest of the wall. What you're looking at now is that footage. I can see what's affected, and that flow that you're talking about is not, it's just not extreme over here. You know, yes, it's correct that there is some, but it's not responsible for that erosion. The erosion coming off of the bank is, and I don't know why. But I think if you come down here at the right time, yeah. But this? Yeah, about 55 pounds right now. 55. Yeah.
These are the lighter tanks. You should see the heavy ones. Yeah, that's true. No. Here.
Oh, I understand.
Take them up in pieces.
Thanks for the work, Jason, and thanks for watching. See you on the next video.